Get him out of the Apex. That's the chant echoing all over social media after what many are calling a fight of the year contender went down at UFC Vegas 108, and yeah, you heard that right. It happened inside the quiet walls of the UFC Apex. In Las Vegas, no crowd, just pure chaos. Let's talk about Esteban Ribovics versus Elves Briner, a three-round lightweight war that had fans on the edge of their seats. Even if they were watching from home, Argentina's Esteban Ribovics brought absolute fire and fury once again, improving to 15-2 after a brutal slugfest. Both he and Briner landed 123 strikes each. Yes, that's not a typo. 123. Ribovics edged Briner out slightly in significant strikes and walked away with a unanimous decision, but let's be real. There were no losers in this one. Final 10 seconds. These two stood and traded like it was their last fight on Earth. Just wild. This was the type of fight that had people yelling, "Why is this happening in the Apex? Get this man in front of a real crowd." Ribovics is one of the most fun fighters in the UFC. Get him out of the Apex. He needs to fight in front of a crowd the rest of his career. Guy brings it every single time. 40 contender. Probably not big enough stakes, and the Apex hurt that one, but holy sage. And here's the kicker, this isn't new for Ribovics. He had another fight of the year candidate just last September at UFC 306 at the Sphere. The guy is becoming must-see TV, and fans are begging the UFC to stop hiding him in a gym with cameras. Poland's Matusha Rebecki and Scotland's Chris Duncan beat the brakes off each other in a three-round brawl that left both guys busted open, bruised and barely standing. Rebecki and Duncan threw leather like their lives depended on it. Massive swelling, cuts, you name it, it was raw. It was violent. It was everything a fight fan wants. Duncan got the nod by unanimous decision, but again, this was a war. Back-to-back bangers. Fans are calling it one of the most thrilling main cards of 2025 so far. And before we wrap, shout out to the rest of the card. Neil Magny tied for the second most wins in UFC history. Austin Boshi, Diego Lopes' teammate, made his UFC debut and jumped to 14-1. But back to the big headline, Esteban Ribovics is that guy? Let's make it official. UFC, no more Apex fights for Esteban. This man deserves to bring the violence. In front of thousands, every single time. Did you see the fight? Was it your 40? And who should Ribovics fight next? In front of a crowd? Sound off in the comments? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. We've got more UFC insanity coming your way. Catch you next round. Fight fam.